Welcome in and welcome back, YouTube. We are returning to Blue Prince. It is day 95. You are probably watching this later on a playlist on YouTube. For us, it has been quite a few months since we last played. So, this in-game day and the next couple of in-game days are likely going to be us just trying to sort of refresh our memory on what happened. I thought we were past day 100. Yeah, so did I. We've got our allowance, we've got our gems. We broke these, that's where we got the little diode. Okay, let's just go have a look around. Let's just go... One thing I want to do is go read the book that was out in this garden. One thing I want you to do, remember we got the blue tents? Yes, we've got the blue tents now. Got our little blue tents, which meant that we can get the blue notes. Which we're actually really... That's something we need to do today. We need to go to the room directory. Can you make the game louder? Is it quiet for you? Is it quiet for you? Interesting. Yeah, I can turn that up a little. Sure. There we go. Like, I can hear it, but I would like to hear more. Yeah, of course. Right, one thing we need to do is take this list of blue rooms, compare it to our list of blue notes, and figure out what there is still to do. So, we can't do the foundation or the entrance hall on floor 8 where we get the blue notes, so they don't even count. But at some point, we are going to go through these, compare it to this list. We have 38 here, 38 rooms. So there is actually only a couple of these blue rooms left for us to get notes in. And considering 2 of them are the foundation and the entrance hall, which we can't get, we might actually only be like 1 or 2 of these away from having every single one of the blue notes in the whole game. Yeah, at some point this run, I'm gonna look long and hard at this list and figure out which of these we have and have not done. Right, that's something we'll do. This was the gem mine. Was there notes in here? There was one of these. God, those 4 fire things for the elevator, that was a million years ago. Here's the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than specifically. We're going to limit expenditure to 2 stones a day. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart. There's still 1 cart down there, but it's locked on a short track. That's the minecart where we're able to move back and forward to get to the, like, deeper into the underground area. The boss informed us there are 2 other ways into the site from the side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else. Yep, there's nothing in here we need to, with fresh eyes, we can be like, oh. Pretty straightforward note about the gems and the mine carts. There was also out here, remember we took a torch to this. We took a torch to the base of this, then we rotated it and it opened to give us one of those diodes. Because this game is nuts. Oh yeah! This is the original Gardener's Logbook, right? This isn't the one. Did we ever fully figure out what the soil was about? Oh, we need a treasure map with a bedroom. That's one of the things we've not put on our notes. Remember, we need to do the treasure map to the bedroom. That's one of the things we need to do. Remind me to put that on the notes when we get back out. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put it on the notes right now, just so I don't forget. Hang on. Treasure map bedroom. We never did try that. We figured it was gonna, because of the finger pointing down in the bedroom. So we're gonna do that. That's something else to do. Right, I've written that. We're going back to the game. Here we go. I think it was about the chance of getting a green room. Okay, okay. This was a clue to figuring out all of their names. Remember, like, naming them was a part of one of the puzzles. It's interesting that they all have names, but the gardener one is called Rena. Yeah, nothing in here that's essential to us. I mean, it was at the time. We crashed here, yeah, we sure did crash. It was at the time essential to us, but these are early notes for early game, I guess. Now, this was our first big wow moment. We saw these white trees from away over there, and we were like, they look uniquely different from the entire... Like, the only place in the game that this asset exists, these white trees, was here. We noticed it from away over there. We were like, let's go explore them. We came over, there was a little patch right here, and when we came up to it with a shovel, it said, would you like to dig up secret plans? We were like, oh my god, yes, hell yes. And that was the first, like, glimpse of how... the way the game wants you to think, you know? We unlocked the grotto by putting all three of these in here. We found this note, which was a clue to the like word grid we had to figure out. That we now know says like 6 degrees plus something northwest. It's one of our overhanging threads. Now, what could we do with this computer? Was there anything special we could do with the grotto computer? Oh yeah, there was all the different admin logins. God. I'm not gonna remember. I know we did Anne Babbage. Because it's their surname, uppercase. It's their surname, the first 4 letters of their surname, and then the first letter of their first name. Baba. But we found one with the highest clearance that only had 4 letters. And I can't remember what it was. Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. We'll find it. We'll find it out. We'll figure it out. Babaj is you. And then, yes, when we finally got all 3 of the things. Read the chat. I'm reading the chat. I'm reading the chat. Oh, yeah, that's what we could do with that computer. We could read them chatting to each other. Yes, yes, okay. We finally opened the grotto and got here. This, I believe, is where we got the throne room. This is where we got the throne room. And that is Reddington. So cool. Okay, okay. Our main overarching goal is to reclaim the throne room. Enough notes in game have told us that. Someone in chat told us that. Something we need to do is... Hold on, I think they've updated the movement speed. Look, that's me walking. It's standard. I start the sprint button. I think it's picking up. I might be going crazy, but he's getting faster. Is he getting faster? Yeah, look, he's like... There's like a bit of pace here. I think they've sped up how fast he runs. Maybe he can even... Oh my god, imagine we've got a jump button. Right, so for our run, here we either want... We want to take the telescope to the planetarium as one of our things. He's just in better shape after running around this house for 95 days, yeah, true. Okay, so the shrine is obviously essential for us for many different things, but mostly for getting the various rooms of the house outside. However, the schoolhouse is a big one that we're after. So that is the one we're going to do. One of the many threads that we want to tug on in this is the idea of making a timely manner. deep, deep in the game, once we had solved all of the sigils that were deep underground, and we used that code on the poster in room 46, behind there was our granddad's will, and it mentioned a timely manner. Now we look at the board here, and it says, within a timely manner. Interesting. So, it's interesting that this was a school, right? And trying to figure out the timeline of this world interests me a lot. Like, at what point in the, like, military uprising of the Red Army and killing of the Black country did this place become a school? Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But this suggests that we need to actually make a timely manner. The way we get graded at the end of every in-game day, and it gets a name. We need to make a timely manner. And I'm honestly not sure if we've learned the rules. Can we look at our previous days? House history, we actually can. We could look through this and see if we've ever gotten timely or manor. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Small cottage, quaint cottage, rustic villa, the Red Inn, east-facing villa, mid-sized villa, ordinary inn, prosaic villa. What I think it tells us is that timely manor is made by placing classrooms, since the school was here a long time ago. Huh. Timely manor. Oh, look, there's, because we got her ladyship's chambers in this one, there's a picture of her down the bottom left. I've never noticed that, but there's like Lady Clara's like photo is down there. That's really cool. East-facing manor. Manor. Bam. Okay. Whatever we did on day 14 was considered a manor. Huh. 33 rooms. Okay. Let's see if we get timely anywhere. Prosaic Inn. Is it timely manor or timely manor? I think that is the exact puzzle. Garden Shopping Centre, Red Villa, Garden Bed and Breakfast, Garden Shopping Centre, the Garden Shopping Centre of tomorrow. East-facing villa. Garden Inn. Archaeological Hotel of the Dead. East-facing villa. Her Ladyship Shopping Centre of Prayers. Red Villa, Garden Shopping Centre, there's another manor. The Garden Manor. So Idjin seems to suggest that manor is more than 30 rooms. Yeah, and it tracks here, it tracks. But however, look, here, we got 44 rooms and they called it a shopping centre. But I guess that's because we placed a bunch of shops. Garden Manor. Okay. Have we had timely once? Garden, cozy cottage, garden. There's, again, Garden Manor. And again, Idjin, more than 30 rooms. Manor might be more than 30 rooms. Or it might be because we hit that top floor, yeah. But shopping centre hit the top floor. Shopping centre, manor, oh yeah, anytime we've hit the top floor, it's either been shopping centre or manor. Or shopping centre of prayers. Excavation site of the dead. Garden campus, cozy cottage, garden manor. Oh, look. There's a manor and we never made it to the top. Okay, we can rule that out. It's nothing to do with hitting the top floor. There's a manor right there. We only got to floor 8. Still more than 30 rooms. Yep, okay. Give me timely or manor. Timely or manor. Garden manor. 35 rooms. Respectable villa. Garden shopping centre? Yeah, I think shopping centre is just if you put 3 shops. Maybe 4 shops because of the aquarium. Grand manor. Okay. Ordinary villa, cozy campus, garden museum. Garden shopping centre. Quaint cottage, small cottage, abandoned project. That's one of the days where we must have been like trying to get something. Garden manor, 32 rooms. Shopping centre of prayers. Sight of tomorrow. What are we going to do to get timely? Garden castle of tomorrow. Garden shopping centre of tomorrow. Architect's jigsaw house of the dead. Hey Zena, good to see ya. Garden campus. There's a clock there, yep. This one here, the big clock tower. I think the day we gave up we were cursed, yeah, probably. How's it going, Zena? We're finally back to blueprints, you'll be happy to hear. Garden shopping centre, abandoned project, snug little cottage. Quaint cottage. Yeah, it's weird. The times that we've... So these ones that say shopping centre of tomorrow. What did we put to make it... Like, there's a picture of a clock. There's an actual clock over the... This one here, the site of tomorrow. The garden castle of tomorrow. The garden shopping centre of tomorrow. What do we do in these to get that? It must be the clock tower, right? So we want to place the clock tower. Oh yeah, they're the rooms for the next day. You're right that when it says of tomorrow, it's like the sauna, the freezer, like the rooms that affect the following day, yeah. So maybe we need a bunch of them and the clock tower to get the manor of tomorrow? I don't know. We've not once had timely on here. Read the description below. Quaint cottage, garden shopping centre, snug little cottage. Yeah, every facet of this is a puzzle. It's mad. Shopping centre, garden villa, archaeological shopping centre of tomorrow. Perplexing menagerie of tomorrow. Noteworthy menagerie of tomorrow. Oh, because the music room, look, there's a little music thing down there. Snug little cottage. The corporate jigsaw house of tomorrow. Garden campus. Garden jigsaw. Royal shopping centre. And that's it. We've not once had timely anything. Right. Since we're in the midst of looking at this, let's just rip this band-aid off right now. Let's just do it. Let's just bloody do it. Rotunda's done, parlour's done, break room's done, gallery's done, room 8's done, bedroom closet done, walk-in closet done, attic and storeroom both done. We can't do the entrance hall or the foundation. We can't do the spare room because we made it the spare terrace. Breakfast nook. Do we get... We must... Yeah, we did the breakfast nook. We've done the garage. I think we might have done all of these. I actually think we might have done them all. Music room, done. Locker room, done. Den, done. Wine cellar, done. Remember, we need to go back to the wine cellar and get a photo of the family sigil. Trophy room, done. Ballroom, done. Pantry we definitely did, right? But I can't see it on this list. We must have done the pantry. Am I going mad? We did. It's right there. Okay. Rumpus room we did. There was a blue note in the rumpus room. Yep, done. Vault. We might not have done the vault. No, we did. The office. The office. We did. Okay. I think we may have done all of these. I really do. I'm really starting to think we've done them all. I don't see the drawing room on here. I don't see the drawing room. I do not see the drawing room. Okay, 1. Take a note of this. Take a note of this. We need to do the drawing room. That honestly might be the only one. I'm just double checking. Drafting studio, aquarium, mailroom, vault, library, dovecote, attic. Nah, that might be the only one. The drawing room. Study. Done. Library. Done. Chamber of Mirrors, we did, yes. Yep, we did. It was one of the earliest ones we did. The pool's done. The drafting studio's done. The utility closet. Just give me a second. We're almost done. Utility closet. Utility closet. We've done the walk-in closet. But we've not done the utility closet. Is that right? The utility closet. Huh. Study, den, sauna, return, planetarium, office, ballroom, rumpus, workshop, breakfast nook, conference room. Okay. Utility closet and drawing room. Were they the two? Were they the two? Utility closet and drawing room. Remember that. Please. Boiler room. Boiler room. Boiler room we have also not done. Right. Fuck, I'm going to write these down. Someone pin this message. Drawing room. Utility closet. Boiler room. That's the 3 so far. The blue notes. Yeah. We're looking for... Yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're figuring out which ones we do and don't have the blue notes for. Pump room, we've done. Security, we've done. Security was one of the very first ones we did. Wait, have we? Wait, shut up. We've not done security. Yeah, according to this, we've not done the security room. That can't be right. No spoilers. I've got the no spoilers tag. I've got the no spoilers tag. And we will pin a no spoilers message in a second. Thank you, thank you. Security as well, apparently. What the hell? Security. Oh, shit. I meant to pin that as one full God damn it. I hit enter. Hang on. Don't copy any of that. No, what am I... No. God. Made a mess. I've made a mess. Just give me a second. Control C, Control V. We want that. We also want security. Just give me a second. Shut up. Workshop we've done. Workshop. Workshop we've done. Lab we have done. Lab. We've not done the lab. I swear I'm just going blind and I've got all of these written down somewhere. Why are they not? Have we really missed this many? Okay. Security. Laboratory. And then there's one page left. Hang on. What the hell's going on? Right, hang on. Sauna we've done. Coat check we've done. Mail room. Done. Freezer. Freezer, hang on. Freezer, I hardly know her. We've not done the freezer. We've not done the freezer. Okay, I'm adding that to the list. Laboratory, freezer, dining room is done. Observatory is done. Conference room, done. Aquarium, we done. Antechamber, it's not possible. Room 46, it's not possible. Okay. Drawing room, utility closet, boiler room, security, lab, freezer. There they are right there. They are the ones. Pin that, please. And do not let me pick any of those rooms before we get to the 8th floor. Right. Let's bloody do it. Oh, and all of the classrooms. It's that list of rooms and all of the classrooms. Except for classroom 1. I've got a note here saying that we actually did the first classroom. I don't really remember doing that, but... No spoilers. Also, drawing room, utility closet, boiler room, security, laboratory, freezer, and all the classrooms. Yes! Okay. We're in. We're back. Do we place the conference room early? So that when we spread, they come here. We just get that placed as early as possible. Yes, we do. Now, we have a little look about for items. Nope. Okay, we're so back. We're so back. Oh, why can we redraw? What? What is that redraw? Oh, the chess piece thing. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Conservatory. Don't we have like a... How did I get to my inventory? Yeah, the rook. Resilience of the rook. You may draw floor plans 4 times when drafting the 4 corners of your house. Okay, that was because we were doing the castle thing down underground. We could probably go replace that with one of the better ones. Let's go do that this run. Let's go do that this run. We're going to need a shovel to dig there. Yeah, we know all this stuff. We know all of this stuff. These are only on the west. These are only on the east. The conservatory's in a corner. Bookshop's only after the library. Yeah, we know all of that. We know all of that. Huh. Throne room's here. For those of you that don't know, if somehow you're here without knowing, this room lets us change the rarity of other rooms. So security is currently as common as it goes, and it will stay that way because it's probably the most useful room in the game. The tunnel? Pretty useless, honestly. Now, the throne room. Let's make it as common as possible. Oh no, but it costs 5 gems. Yeah, okay, we'll make it standard. We'll make it standard. Yeah, nothing's changing. We had already done these. We had already done these. Vanillus, that's perfect. Right. Will we start placing these classrooms then? Let's do it. Let's just get it done. Remind me, what room is it that bacon and eggs gives us? And also, do we want that room? I remember that eating the bacon and eggs adds a room to the thing that day, but I can't remember what the room is. It's the morning room, yeah. Which is a room we sometimes get the shovel in. Little apple for your troubles. Right. Now, we can redraw a whole bunch. We probably don't want to place classrooms, any more classrooms until we're on the 8th floor. Get the blue rooms from the other classrooms, the blue notes. Because if we put 2, 3, and 4 here, and then get the blue notes on 5, 6, and 7, I don't know. Well, we just put the den. We just put the den. Why not? Now, there's a big clock here, so if we were going to do a timely manner, I think this would be one of the rooms. This would be one of the rooms for the timely manner. A little gem. Little gem. Now, we've got so much money that the chapel just isn't a problem anymore. Like, our allowance is so big that the chapel's just a normal room now. So for the sake of getting around, we also, if we're trying to make a timely manner, the one thing that seems to get in the way of the timely manner is it becoming a shopping centre. So let's not place any shops. Also, I think we've bought everything from the gift shop. I think we're done with the gift shop forever. It's just a good 3 exit room at this point. So I'm going to place the chapel. You know you've made it when the church tax doesn't affect you. Preach. Right. Well, we just do a hallway because it nicely connects up to the entranceway. Get a key. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It really seems nice that they connect up and it gets us a key. We're gonna need keys. We're gonna need keys. We just go back to the entrance and work our way around from here. We got the library, the breakfast nook, and the classroom all just curve around. Classroom, you want the classroom here? Okay. Classroom 2. We've already looked in here. This is the one where they learn about the numbers. And this, a hint towards this. We obviously know that the colours in the game represent different mathematical equations. Of course they do. Why wouldn't the colour yellow mean subtract? I mean, why wouldn't that be a thing? Okay, so we want... I'm going to redraw. We've got a bunch of redraws because we're in a classroom. None of these are really singing to me. We're going to redraw to try and go further into the east wing. There we go. Breakfast nook will get us into the east wing. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Yep. Nook is good. Which gets us 10 steps and the morning room. I'm not sure I remember what the morning room does. As you continue on your journey, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes. God, we've taken so many pages of notes. It's crazy. That's so funny that it says this. Also, have you noticed? I've just noticed that the word beside, see right there next to the book, the word beside. It's the only word there that's in lowercase. Maybe we mentioned that before, but I feel like I'm only noticing that right now. This entire note is in all caps except for the word beside. Get the final 3 or 4 classrooms on the 8th rank because they're the hardest to get. That's actually really smart, Vanillas. So, do you guys remember, was it 8 classrooms and then the exam room? That's right, right? 8 classrooms and then the exam room. All I want to do today is to place more than 31 rooms and all 8 classrooms. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So grade 3, this is them learning about the elements. Yeah, but it's not actually them learning about it as they learn about it. It's us learning about the way you can group these letters to make words. That's so funny. God. Yeah, like there, look. It's not about fluorine, uranium, and nitrogen. It's about the fact that they can spell, you know, fun. The game's teaching you all sorts of clever bits. Okay, let's just get a wee dead end room here. Do we have the pass from break room, by the way? The pass from the break room. Oh yeah, the key card. Yes. We have started with the key card. So at some point, yeah, we could just come up the foundation. Right. We've got a bunch of rerolls, or do we just plant one of these in the corner? We don't really need any of these rooms. We could just dump them in here. Dormitory says each time you come back to the dormitory. And we'll never come back to it if it's in this corner, so let's just drop the bunk room in here. Obviously, the bunk room's for doubling our money, but, like, we don't really need to worry about doubling our money when we've got all the money in the land that the church can't even hurt us. Yeah, look, that tape is called The Turtles of Vera. That's just, like, one of the tiny little clues for us finding out what each of the nations, like, things were. There's clues to everything all over this house. It's so cool. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today is a good day because I threw away his airplane. Isn't dormitory just once plus 10 steps? No, it's every time you come back to the dormitory after placing one of those rooms. Look, it's wait, where is it? Was it found floor plans? Oh yeah, there we go. It's every time you come back to the dormitory after drafting one of those rooms. So we'd have to be coming back here every time, and we're never going to do that if we had stuck it away in the corner. So we might as well just... So this is our uncle, Herbert S. Sinclair, and his brother, Simon. Writing in this book, this is the room they used to live in. This is the room the two of them used to live in, right here. It's a bit of a red herring because you, the player character, are named after that man, Simon. So it's, at first, when we first came here, we thought this was us and our brother. But it's not that at all. We don't have a brother. It's little nanners! Little nanners! We know they were born 3 years apart, yeah. He had more fun, yeah. And more fun. Okay. Okay, back to the chapel to press on. Remember, we want to try to be getting... One thing I am trying to do is get the rooms that have the telescope. We're trying to get the rooms that have the telescope. Anything on these things? Dun dun dun. Nope, nothing on the counters. Gift shop, boudoir, parlor. Boudoir keeps us going and gets us a couple of dice. I think that's the answer here. Yeah, I think that's the answer here. It's pretty clear. Let's just plant the other one before we go in. Workshop's always good for a run, like always. Great Hall's good for movement. It might be worth us planting that a bit later on. Dormitory's obviously a big fat dead end. So I think Workshop's what we're going to place here. It guarantees us a... There's always at least one item in the workshop. Do we go... Let's just press on... Let's press on this way. Right, it's the broken lever. There's so many things we can do with this broken lever. Gambling is one of them. Right. Classroom and library dead end us. spare terrace keeps us going and makes green rooms free. So I think that's the clear winner here. Oh, we're so back. Oh, it feels good to be back. Oh God, it feels good to be back in Blueprints. Here we go. Looks like it could be useful for digging. It sure could. Yes. Oh, we're so back. We're so back. Right. Let's do it. Let's do it. Library keeps us going. Morning room dead ends us, gives us some gems. What's your plans for Mafia 3? Just asking because you started it. Xena, I'm not sure I'm going to play much more of it. It was fun, but there's a lot of games, and it wasn't really speaking to me. So I'm not sure I'm going to play much more of Mafia. I'm sorry. Right, we're going library. We're going library. Remember, we still need to figure out these books. This is gonna be something. As well, we had it spoiled for us by the infamous Tressa, who spoiled a lot of stuff for us. She once said, you aren't going to believe what you do with those blank books. Before someone in chat went, shut up, stop talking right now. So we know that at some point we are going to use some sort of item on these. I didn't like it either, though. I'm glad that it's over. Xena, really, I'm very happy to hear that. I thought you were going to be extremely unhappy about that, if I'm being honest. I thought you were going to be pretty unhappy about that. I thought this might make Xena leave me. Remember, we did learn that it is possible. I just wanted to see you suffer. We did learn that it is possible to change our upgraded rooms. It's that there is a unique upgrade disc that lets you reselect rooms that you only get in the trading post, but only from trading an item that comes from the room with the jewels and the necklaces and stuff. So it is actually possible to change 15 of our rooms into other rooms. We might want to go down that path at some point. I just wanted to see you suffer. First item checked, salt shaker. I'm with you first, so we'll have a clear reason to stop. There's all the different things we can make. We've done it all. We've bloody done it all. Remember, the detector shovel is the best item in the game. It's just the metal detector and the shovel, but also better. I can spoil it for real, Xena. I would absolutely not be against you just telling us the plot of Mafia 3. Most avoided floor plans. The dormitory, the mage chambers, and the solarium. Look, there's a space down there. There's a space on the other side of that page there. Oh, there's our Don't look. Don't look. Don't show your parents. Don't show your parents. We got an F. Don't tell anyone. Look at that though. 83% in maths. 83% in maths. I'm about to ask a question that will make it very clear why we got 29% in algebra. And my question is, what is algebra? Gun to my head, you said, what is algebra? I'd have said it's some kind of maths. Isn't that maths? Isn't that a maths word? But maths is up there. We got an 83% in maths. F for fuck. What actually is algebra? You can have Gebra. But if you have a lot of Gebra, you have all Gebra. You are banned for life. Oh my god. You are never allowed back here. Algebra is math just for numbers. Algebra is math just for numbers. What? What are the rooms we need to be placing on the 8th floor? The drawing room, the utility closet, the boiler room, the security, the lab, the freezer. Okay, it's none of these. And also all the classrooms, yes, okay. So let's just put a classroom here then. Let's just put a classroom here. Geometry is math for shapes. Algebra is math for numbers, okay. Okay. Physics is maths for nature. Here we go, here's some of the biggest, like, puzzles in the game. This board here. Should we get, like, proper screenshots of each of the sections? I don't know if we need that. But I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm taking this. And I'm going our board. And I'm just gonna paste it in there for now. I'll come and tidy this up later, but I'm just gonna put that on our board. That's an important bit. That's where we figured out about rotating. I bet this is what we will see in the planetarium. Yeah, there's definitely something going on here. Look at these three holding the boxes. We got all the maths. This is where we learned about rot and tor for the languages. There is so much going on here. There's so much going on. There's all the symbols of the nations. Crazy. God. There's so much here. The Isles of Orsay. Easeclips and Ineclips we learned means like north and south or full moon and half moon or something like that. There's a lot going on in this video game. Okay, okay. We've already got a screenshot of this. Although remember, this is propaganda. We learned that this is like the new rules. That's actually such cool world building. Put it in a classroom in the context of this is how people in this world learn about the world. And it's not just that, crispest lemon. You learn that this and this and this aren't actually accurate. They're just what the people who won the war, they're the Red Army. This is what they want to teach you. It's not actual history. The red people want you to believe that this is accurate. You find out the further in your game you get, the real story, and it's like, this is propaganda, basically. The game's like full of in-world propaganda. It's so cool. Oh yeah, I'm spoiling it for you. Sorry. I'm kind of giving you spoilers here. My bad. That's my bad. Ban me. Time me out. Crispiest Lemon, welcome in. I love learning things. Me too. Well, you're in the right place. We're always looking for new members of the puzzle posse, so if you want to stick around and help us, Crispiest Lemon, you are very welcome. We are deep in blueprints at the moment. Oh, there's the throne room. I talk about the game. I wouldn't be able to stream about the game with the chat and talking to such... Yeah, very true. Oh no, I've been banned. Right, we need to reclaim the throne. That's like one of our big things. We just don't know how. We'll put the parlor here to like keep going. We'll put the parlor here to keep going. Xena had figured out how to actually ban me. Right. We are very smart. We saw Reddington. Yeah, we did. Can we figure out where we already know where we are? Can we figure out where we are? Yeah, we already know where we are, Vanillas. That was part of the puzzle earlier, was figuring out exactly where we are on the board. But we know it. We know it. Okay. We're smart. We can figure this out. The rules of this are that one box is always true, one box is always false, and the third box is a floater. It could be either true or false. Someone had found a birth certificate for one of Simon's parents, and they learned that his grandfather's name was also Simon. Yeah, that's right. Our main character is named after our granddad. We were just in their little bedroom. I wasn't for it though. Oh no, it's in blue. Are we clues too because we are different colour? Oh, that's a great point. So only one box is true actually could be true, because remember, sometimes there's two liars. But if that one is true, let's follow it through. Let's say only one box is true. So that would be this one. This is the one that's true, which would mean the black box contains the gems as a lie, and the blue box contains the gems as a lie, which means they were definitely be in white. Okay? If this is true, the gems are definitely in white. So let's say this is false. Only one box is true, is false, which means that there are two true boxes. Since this is false, it would be that they're both true, which can't be possible, so they're in the white box. Thank you very much. Lady Clara on the birth certificate, whereas his grandfather was not addressed with a title. Interesting. Yeah, because they're from there's like an entire class system thing here, Crispiest Lemon, where one side of the family came from what used to be the land where the flag was black. One side of the family comes from where the land is red. One side is wealthy, one side is poor. And their family, the family that run this house, got caught up in the war between the red and black countries. It's so sick. This game is the coolest. Right. Dark room's a pain in the arse. Break room we will need for the end of their day. But the kennel, blue represents a third option. Yeah, I think so. The kennel lets us unlock doors with a shovel. We already have the shovel. We're taking the kennel. Now remember, everyone, I'll give you a little refresher. This dog here is called Blue. And he gets a little pet. Yes, oh, you get a little pet, little Blue. Oh, yeah, good dog. This dog is called Red. This dog is called Jeff. They are guests in this house. They get treated with love and respect. They are appreciated members of the family. However, this one... Oh my god, he's gone. Oh my god, he's gone. The dog that usually lives in here ate his owners. He's a nightmare. He doesn't have a name. He's a terrible creature. But he's gone. Which means he's on the loose in the house. He's on the hunt for us now. Ah! My name is Jeff. I saw the red and black things, you know. Right, wait. Drawing room's one of the ones that we need a blue room for. The blue note. So we need that on floor 8. Storeroom would get us a dead end. What did you see? You saying red and black makes purple. It does not. He's the one Alzara was telling about. He was probably named Black. Yeah, maybe. So the storeroom would be a big dead end. The drawing room's actually one of the rooms we want on the 8th floor for the blue notes. So a classroom it is. This is classroom 1, 2, 3, 4. Sina, how are you doing? How is your mother doing? How is the family? Okay. This was the one where we learned about this stuff. The different pictures having the letters missing. This was the classroom for that lesson. Lock and clock, you know, one of the earliest puzzles we figured out. Well, we just keep moving up this path. I mean, I guess so. Oh, we're actually having to start using keys now. Hopefully the CT scan showed that the cancer didn't spread yet. That's really good, Xena. That's really bloody good. That's really, really bloody good. Passageway, right? This is almost like the perfect place for it. It's almost the perfect place for it. Yeah, I think so. I'm going to spend the 2 gems to just place this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So it's the last 4. Yeah. I can't remember how many classrooms there were. That's the problem. Was it 8 or 9? Hello there, Crispiest Lemon. Hello there. Crispiest Lemon. You are follower 311. 311. 311. I need you to remember that number. Keep it safe. Keep it secret. Write it down. Tattoo it if you have to. You never know when you might need it, and oh, you'll need it. Also, if you're a Pokemon fan, feel free to tell me what Pokemon 311 is. Because that's who you are here now. That's who you are here now, right? That one's locked. This one is not. Okay. Plusle. You're Plusle. Okay, that's who you are here now. 311, Crispiest Lemon, welcome in, Plusle. We've figured out we've got roughly a year. At my current growth rate, we've got about 11 months until somebody finally gets Trubbish. Unless we have a massive growth spurt. But whoever it is, whoever gets Trubbish is going to be a very special person here. But Trubbish is like number 580 something, so like we've got a while. We've got a while at our current channel's growth speed. Right, we want to keep these classrooms for the 8th floor. You need to cut Simon's eyes out. The next floor is going to be intrinsically linked to you. I like that. Oh yeah, because you'll be Plusle and Minun. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. We want to keep the classrooms for the top floor. Unless we put classroom 6, 7, 8 and the exam room. Maybe we try and get the exam room. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, screw it. And place a classroom. Place a classroom. Let's do it. Classroom it is. Why not? This is the locked door. Yep. This is a security door. Dead end dormitory. Chamber of Mirrors sort of doubles everything, gives us double all the rooms, and it kind of messes with things. I don't love that right now. I don't love that right now. Boiler room's actually one of the rooms we need on the 8th floor. So no. So I think I'm going to dead end us. I think I'm going to put a little dead end here. Yeah, I'm gonna dead end us here. There's plenty of other ways round. I don't want to mess up what we're up to here by placing the Chamber of Mirrors and the boiler room we want on floor 8. So let's just put a little dead end here. It's not the end of the world. Oh! Oh! We're running now! We're running now. Save us some steps with the running shoes. You love to see it. These globes are absolutely going to be something. It's like literally one of the only interactable items in the entire game that we haven't done anything with. Like most things you cannot like just interact with. But these you can spin. There's definitely something. One of the draft and strategy books. We've read through all of these. This is one of the earliest ones. Yeah, we read all this. Okay. We got shoes, and we placed the dead end. We got that drip. Do the shoes combine with anything? You know, at the workstation place, we've got all the combinable items. You know what this game reminds me of more than anything else? House of Leaves. House of Leaves. I'm sure someone mentioned that in chat the other day. What is that? House of Leaves. Teach me what that is. Is that a video game? Is Globe Propaganda 2 interesting? I wonder how deep it goes if the in-game globes don't have, like, the... If only you could zoom right in on them. Okay, let's go into the classroom. Now, remember, this is where we learned the fake history. We saw that the Red Army... Do we remember what these are called? Orinda? Is it Orinda? Orindia? I can't remember. But we learned that they fought. That the Red Army won. That they took the throne room. Oh. It's the throne room. It's the throne room. Oh, he's got the scepter. The scepter mentioned in that picture we've got. That needs the scepter, the crown, the stone. There's the scepter. Maybe reclaiming the throne room gets us the scepter. Yeah, I think we've got the room in order. I don't think that image we've got is how we claim the throne room. I think once we claim the throne room, we get that scepter and then we can deal with that image. Huh. Interesting. Interesting, okay, okay. I think we need the scepter before we do the throne. Then... the Red Army destroyed the train tracks all over the Black Country. That's what's happening here. They are destroying their ability to move stuff. Hold on, sorry, I missed a message there. I missed a big message. It's a book that's considered by... Oh yeah, we did talk about that on stream a little while back. It's like a book that's written like... about a story, it's like, there's all these like weird layers to it. Circles and things are out of order and the format's just intentionally really, really hard to read. Yeah, it is a bit like that. Yeah, it's a bit like that. This game, if you don't know much about it, Crispy Lemon, came out this year and has absolutely blown me away. I'm a huge, huge fan of puzzle games. And this is one of the most meticulous, well-designed masterpiece puzzle games I've ever seen in my life. It's unbelievably good. And we are just scratching the surface. History is penned by the victors. That's so true. The game is telling you it right there, in plain sight. Victors is in red. The game is telling you. Things are not quite what they seem. Right. So we have placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classrooms. Do we want to keep the rest of them for the 8th floor? Yeah, we probably do. We've got 9 redraws we can do here. 9 redraws. Let's just use them. I guess the dark room could be pretty good, but it's risky. I don't want to mess with the dark room. I'm going to use our massive pile of redraws. Now, according to our note here, we've never placed security on the 8th floor to get the note. Security is not on here. So we need security on the 8th floor. So that is not happening. But the break room we could do. We didn't want to place a 6th one already. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. But it's not the end of the world, but you are right. Do we already have a break room? No. Let's just get the break room in here then for the end of the run. We want to keep security for the 8th floor. Yeah, imagine the blue note in this room, the room we're in right now. Yeah, I guarantee there's a blue note in this room that just says, like, history is a lie. The Red Army are the worst. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, here we go. Strap in. Did you hear the music just cut there? Right, so this is 23 minus 13 is 10. Then pink is multiply? Pink is multiply and purple is divide? Is that right? Or is it the other way around? Let's say pink is times and purple is divide. So it would be 23, yellow is minus. Pink is multiply, you've got it. Okay, so 23 minus 13 is 10. Then yellow is multiply, so 10 times 2 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Okay, here we go. So, this is 14 times 2. That's what the 2 dots mean. So it's 14 times 2, which is 28, plus 18 halved. So half of 18 is 9. So it's 28 plus 9, which would be 37. Rounded to the nearest 2 digits, because that's what that means, right? So still 37. Still 37. Okay. Then plus 4. We ignore this. Because there's a cross over it. So 37 plus 4, because it's half of 8, is 41. Rounded to the nearest 2 digits is still 41, right? Then it's plus 20 and half of 7. What? Then it's plus... This is algebra, just numbers and functions, nothing else. Okay. So this is 23 and a half. Or do you add them up and then do the symbols? Oh. Wait, so let's say that's 23 and a half. On top of the 40... What? We already had shit. Does this symbol in the middle mean rounded to the nearest, like, 10? Rather than the nearest 2 digits? So you work from out in the center, right? Let's start from the beginning. The very first one here is this ring here, right? You start with this ring. And this ring has us a 14 times 2. Does this mean times 2? And an 18 halved. So 14 times 2 is 28. Half of 18 is 9. 28 plus 9 is 37. Now, this symbol here means rounded to the nearest 2 digits. So is that still just 37, or does it mean, like, rounded to 40? Let's assume it's just 37. So then it would be 37 plus half of 8, which is 4, which is 41. So far we're on 41. Now we move to this ring here. 41 plus 10 times 2 is 20. So that's 61. Plus half of 7. That's 64 and a half. Rounded to the nearest 2 digits, let's assume is 64. Divided by 10 times 2. So divided by 20. 64 and a half. 64 divided by 20 is like 3 point something. What? It was 3. Oh my god, I've got the biggest brain on earth. Oh my god. The smartest man that ever lived. Oh my god, all made so much sense. That was so... We absolutely nailed it. I think that might have been a coincidence. No. I don't think you're right, actually. Let's just use this now. Let's just use it now. It's perfect. Let's just use it. Barracks Rat, how are you doing? Welcome in. It's very good to see you. We love ratties in this house. We're a very rat-friendly home. Welcome, Barracks Rat. We're digging up peggle balls. The dogs are barking. We're picking up pebbles and the dogs are barking. Oh, those secret garden music. Barracks Rat, it's great to see you. It's great to see you. Hey, we don't need to do all of this. We're not going into the antechamber or room 46 today. We could morning room to keep us going. We could clock tower since we're looking to do a timely manner. Just watching a little while I do prep. My schedule has been all over the place, but at least was able to catch part of the stream. That's so sweet of you, Barracks Rat. Thank you very much. How is it going? How are you? You still streaming away? Is real life getting in the way? What's going on with you, Barracks Rat? I'm gonna say we put the morning room in here to just keep going. Although we never got the 2 dice out of the boudoir. Just remember, we planted the boudoir right here. And we never actually entered it and got the 2 dice, so we do need to go back there at some point. And now we're about to close that off with the morning room, so it's a bit not ideal. Couple of gems, news article. Couple of well, there's a couple of dice anyway, that'll do. That'll do. Right, let's just try and fill in this gap along this way then with rooms that we don't super need. Do we just put the storeroom here? Just put the storeroom, get some stuff, dead end us. Classrooms we want on the 8th floor. Just health issues. My sleep schedule ends up different every day. Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. It ain't easy. Use one of our dice to redraw. I want to keep them for the 8th floor. I'm gonna just bore in storeroom us. I'm gonna just bore in old storeroom us. I want to keep our dice to make sure we maximize getting blue notes on the 8th floor. The 8th floor. I shall be lurking. Love you, dude. Man, you're so nice to me, Barracks Rat. You're so bloody nice. Lurk away. Watch us try and bang our head against this puzzle. These puzzles. This game. Right. Closed exhibit. If we want the crown, remember, we need to get, like, in behind the closed exhibit. We're not going to do that this run, but, like, it is worth, like, we could not put closed exhibit here if we were actually trying to get the crown. We are going to have to redraw, aren't we? Or do we just place the closed exhibit? Maybe we just place the closed exhibit. We're not doing the crown this run, so... Yeah, screw it. Why not? Why not? Oh, lockpicking cat. Remember from doing our experiments, we unlocked, like, our lockpicking is better. There's the crown. Right. Rumpus actually gets us up to one of the 8th floor rooms. We could just take that up. Vault dead ends us. Break room takes us round, which is nice. We could get in the bottom of the foundation that way. Vault to get the dead end of the pool, or Rumpus, yeah. Because we can just go down and come up the foundation. We can always, if we dead end ourselves so bad, we can come up from under the house and come out the foundation. So it's not the end of the world. I think Rumpus. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go do the 2 rooms on the passageway. I'm gonna go do that now. Those 2 little rooms we're missing. Let's just get them out of the way right now. We've got all the steps we could ever need. We're in no danger of running out of steps. Let's just go. Ideally, we'll just fill in this gap of 2 rooms here. Lockpick kit didn't work. Bloody useless. Bloody useless. Right. Boiler room is one of the rooms we're actually trying to get on the 8th floor, right? Yeah, it is. So no. Lab. We're wasting keys. And well, that's just what keys are for. Wait, using a key to open a locked door is not wasting it. It's its entire purpose. Right, we want the lab and the boiler room on floor 8. So it's going to have to be the archives or a redraw. And since the archives, like, permanently hinders us for the rest of the run, redraw it is. Why is it not clicking? But the purpose is rank 8. Yeah, that's true, that's true. We've already got plenty of ways onto rank 8, though. Dining room is probably the answer here. Dining room is likely the answer because it gets us through to the next room. It gets us food for steps. Classrooms we want on the 8th floor. Attic costs loads of gems and guarantees us a dead end. It's the dining room. And we are chipping away our keys and redraws at this. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. It's very true. Enjoy a lunch, because that character's called Joya. That's like a clue right in your face to tell you what that character is called. It's very clever. Enjoy a lunch. You get it. So give me a nice little dead end room here. Lockpick kit, open the door. We could study here. Is study one of the rooms we need? On the 8th floor? No, it isn't. We've already done the study. So will we drop the study here? Lets us redraw using gems. Yeah, I think study's probably the answer here. Yeah, I think so. I think so. We'll go in and see if there's anything worth picking up. Obviously a little gem. I need to ask Anne if we can commission a art. Oh yeah, that's the art for the walls. Yeah. Study for more redraws will help if we're going for 8th floor rooms. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. There's another globe. Little treasure map. Remember, one of the things we're trying to do is put a bedroom where a treasure map marks. But I think we've already filled that room, so we can't do that this run. That is our... Oh, no, wait. Wait a minute. Can you come back? How do I get to my inventory? Am I going crazy? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th room up. Yeah, we actually haven't. There's a space. We'd have to go right round from the foundation. Like we'd have to go from here all the way over and down. But let's not use the bedroom if we get it, just in case. Just in case, let's keep the bedroom in our back pocket. The chances are extremely slim. The chances are extremely slim, but you never know. Right, let's go do this. Let's go Rumpus Room and get one of the rooms we need. Let's go Rumpus Room and get one of the rooms we need, and then... And then we're going to have to go down and up the foundation, most likely. We're likely going to have to go down and up the foundation. Imagine one day we came in here and he just had a new cutscene. He's like, actually, I've got one more thing to say. I have a horror game question for you. Xena, please. I'm no expert, but I've played a bunch of horror games. I do love horror. Would you prefer a horror game with insane graphics or like early Resident Evil Silent Hill type of graphics? Honestly, I like both. One of the things that makes horror games really good in the modern world is just how high fidelity graphics are. It's really like an interesting part of making modern video games look really scary. But the Resi and the Silent Hill games on the PS1, because of their limitations, had all these weird like camera angle things, and it made them like genuinely terrifying. Sometimes with old games, someone said high quality killed horror games. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Sometimes with old games, the pixelation, the lack of clarity made it scarier. You know, with horror, the less you see, the better. And with old games, everything was hard to see. So yeah, I absolutely understand that. Yeah, I can see that. I really can. Right, we want this to be the drawing room, the utility closet, the boiler room, the security, the lab, the freezer, or any classroom. Boom. Classroom. We just do this, right? We just put a classroom here. It means we're going to have to go down and back up the foundation. But it is just this is a classroom. This is a classroom. Okay, this is classroom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is classroom 7. So I'm going to write this down on my note because we've already got classroom 1 written down here. Yeah. I've talked about horror a lot on the channel. Like, horror is extremely hard to do. I'm a big fan of horror movies. Horror is extremely hard to do well and extremely easy to do poorly. And yeah, the transition into like modern high-res 3D graphics like really did take away some of the old charm. But at the same time, you know, all horror movies look realistic because they are real and they're amazing. So, you know, it's not like modern graphics killed horror, but I can understand why someone might say that. Right, I'm going to put 1 and I'm going to put 7 here. I'm keeping a note of all the classrooms we've found the blue notes in. PT, do you know, I've still got PT installed on my PS3. I've still got my very console that's installed on. I could probably sell that for a decent amount. Right, let's go classroom 7. Let's look for a blue note. A bell. That was weird, a bell rang. Did you see that? Bells don't usually ring when you walk into the rooms, I think. We understand this. We understand this. Remember, don't square till you're there. Yeah, we know all of this. The bell is here because of our dinner. Oh, of course. Right, where's this blue note? Where's the blue note? Is it on one of the chairs? Is it stuck on one of the desks? We're looking for a little blue note. And in some of these, as you guys know, in some of these blue note rooms, it has been extremely well hidden. And in some of them, it's just like right in front of you, you know? Do we need to beat the test for it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. The 3 advanced operations in modern mathematics are squaring, inversion, and rounding. Okay. Let's make a copy of that for our board. Okay. Sure. I'll go and paste that onto our board. Paste. Where has that pasted? Paste. Right there. Okay, I'll deal with that in a bit. We'll deal with that in a bit. Right. So. And there's the back. Remember, one of the big puzzles was discovering we had to get to the back of the foundation. Which we've now done. Okay, we need to head out, down, under the building, and back up the foundation. There's a million God of horror games, PS1 graphics, yeah. Bad graphics like old Resi and Silent Hill, and bad horror games with good graphics like the Until Dawn remake. Yeah, you're spot on, Crispy Slim, you're spot on, yeah, it's not... Graphical fidelity really doesn't make or break a game in any way. It's a shame it's taken the games industry so long to realise that, but... You need good design. You need a good loop. You need a vision. Graphics doesn't really do anything. It's just a cool bit of modern gaming that there are now better graphics, but it really doesn't add or subtract in any real meaningful way to how good a game is. All of my favourite games have terrible graphics. I'd argue the best games ever made were on the PS1. And they all look hideous. Oh, you're back. You're back. You got blood on your teeth. Oh, now this one's gone. There is definitely something to do with, like, placing rooms for these dogs to, like, come and go. That's what interests me the most. Yeah. Ads. Oh, I'm sorry about that. There is a way you can remove all those ads, you know. And support the channel. Oh, gee. Oh, and it's September. Oh, God. Oh, he can't actually hear me saying this, can he? Because he's in the ads. Okay, forget it. Forget it. Broken lever, shovel. Can't do any of these, can we? None of these combine in a meaningful way. Nah, they don't. Let's go get our 2 dice. And our gem. From the boudoir that we never entered. Anything else on the tables? No. We are heading down and out. And now the fastest way is down this elevator? Hold on, I want to go look in that tunnel again. Hang on. Hang on. Remember, we dug away box after box. Then we lit these torches. And then we dug away more boxes. And then we got to this door, which we had to open with a key. And then we got to this door, which we had to open with a much harder key to find. Then we got to this door, which required a security key. Then we got to this wall, which required a big hammer to break. Then we got to this door, which requires us to open the thing in the boiler room. God damn it. And then there's the blue door. But we have to push the button in the boiler room to get that. Music's being a bit janky. Did you hear that? The music just like came on and off there. Interesting. Should we do the chess piece thing while we're down here? Yeah, let's go do that. Let's go do that. Right. We currently have a quite useless chess piece. Not useless, but it lets us re-roll the 4 rooms, and it's not, you know. Omori, Undertale, and Deltarune, so I think the level graphics is the least important in the game. Yeah, absolutely. For a lot of modern gamers, like, graphical fidelity is the big thing. You know, the console manufacturers, PC game manufacturers, like, they really want to push that, like, graphical... That's what the last few console gens have been. Just graphical upgrades. When we solve these 8 notes, this or this is going to open. But that will be a different day, because we are nowhere near understanding these 8 notes yet, but we've got them all written down. We've got them all saved on our board. God, the music is so good, it's crazy. Oh, to reselect this, we're gonna have to actually do... We're not gonna be able to pick a different chess piece right now, are we? Because it's like the king and the queen are only in certain rooms. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna actually be able to do this. Yeah, we're not. We do not have the rooms for it. Okay, we're heading back. We have the queen in the study. Huh. So we actually might have the rooms for it. Oh no, I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, I've gone the wrong way. Wait, hang on. So which rooms were the king? Which rooms had the king? Let me see, where's the study? Where on our board is the study? Study's right in the middle there, 4 rooms up. So we'd put the queen on the study and it would glow? No, that's the king, I guess. So we'd put the queen on the study and it would glow. Nice, okay. The problem is, we did put the breakfast nook like down here somewhere. Yep, there we go. The pawn is on a bunch of rooms, yep. Oh shit, we're doing it. Yeah, I'm not sure if there is one for the king yet. And I can't remember which one had the horse either. We're just gonna do this. Yeah, I'm not sure we have a horse room. This music is so good. Read the king, and I think we've only seen it in the office. The king is the office, and the horse is in... So, right, okay, so we need a king room and a horse room. We need a king room and a horse room. And throne room. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll come back. Are you familiar with the folk song House of the Rising Sun? It's one of my favourite... Are you talking about... There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. If you're talking about that song, yes, that's one of my all-time favourite songs. If you're talking about something else, then no. We don't even have rooms in some of the places you checked, yep. That's the one, yes, made famous by the animals, so old that nobody even knows what the house actually is, yep. That Animals song is one of my all-time favourite songs. Like, genuinely one of my, like, top 10 songs ever. That song. Right. You ready for the worst game ever? Look, we just go through the elevator. How lazy. Lazy developers. Rubbish. Terrible. It's terrible. It's clearly the worst game of the year. Worst game ever made. Right. Well, let's see what's locked and what's not locked. So, down the way into that wee hole is a security key we can just do. Let's just drop a dead end in here, whatever it is. Maybe the throne room? Wine cellar, observatory, servants' quarters. Do we need keys? Do we want the observatory? Do we want the wine cellar? I guess it'd be one of these two. Compared to the 7th guess, yeah, the 7th guess just had way better. It had way better puzzles. It had a much better narrative. We want the wine cellar for getting a picture of the coat of arms, but it's not essential. Observatory's always good for building our stars. Keys, we are very close to the end of the run here. So I'm not sure if keys are super essential for us. We've got 3. We've got the security key. I'm doing research on it as best I can because I'm writing a book based on it. Just started today and I'm very excited. I figured I'd share before I exploded. Oh my god, that's so cool. You're writing a book about that song. No way. Checking out Joan Baez's version of the Animals version is doing it for you, but the reason I bring it up actually is because you're writing a book about it. That's mad. That really... We were playing Mafia 3 on stream recently, and that song was in it. And while it was playing, I was telling the chat, this is one of my all-time favourite songs. And now you've come along a few days later and been like, do you know that song? Yes, very much so. That's so cool. Right, I'm going to observe us. I'm just going to put the old observatory. You know, a classic. It's a classic. No, screw it. We'll put the dead end. We'll go to the wine cellar. Here we go. Wine cellar it is. Dead enders. Let's get a photo of this for our puzzles. Now, remember, the blue note in here said something about the family's core. You know, the numbers added is the family core or something like that. And it is a reference to this right here. So let me just get this printed. Let's take a copy of it for our little board. I'm going to tab over to the board. You can't see this. I've not got OBS set that you can see this, but give me a second. We will look at the board. There we go. We bring that over there. Right, bam. The numerals below the coat of arms are 4 different numbers, not 1. And then it says, the family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Interesting. Not necessarily about the song, but about the idea that the history of that song puts forward. The house is a different thing to everyone that sings the song. It's been a prison, it's been a brothel, it's been a bar, it's been a gambling hall. But there's always one thing in common. The singer regrets having gone. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I've assumed it was a gambling place. The animals version makes it sound like it's a casino of some sort. I'm using it as a framework to write a collection of short stories exploring regret. Crispy Eats Lemon, that's really cool. I love that. We've met some really interesting people doing this streaming, like, it's really cool. Lockpick kit didn't work, so I'm not going to waste a key. This is the direction we want to go. And lockpick kit did work. Okay. There's the house there. Okay, so I'm gonna say we redraw. I'm gonna say we redraw. Try security. Yeah, it'd be ideal if we could get. Yeah, and it always seems to be when we're playing Blueprints that like really genuinely interesting people come into the chat. That's so fascinating. Crispiest Lemon, you are the latest in a string of interesting folks. I love it so much. Right, we're gonna redraw. Classroom would be helpful if the antechamber was open. Does anyone remember how we opened the south antechamber door? This one right here, the one at the bottom, the one this classroom would connect to. Does anyone remember where that opens? I think it's the one in the, like the corridor with the 7 doors. But either way, nah, we gotta redraw. We gotta redraw. Come on, let's go. We're looking for one of the ones we've got pinned. Treasure trove dead end. Freezer dead end. Break room dead end. No. No dice. Go again. Version arranged by David Van Ronk and used by Bob Dylan was actually about the Orleans Parish Women's Prison. Oh, no way. Okay, so. Ballroom obviously gets us through. I think the hall too, Vanillas. Ballroom gets us through, but it wastes one of our 8th floor slots. I think we're gonna have to redraw again. Yeah, we're redrawing. What are the rooms we need? Hold on, where's the pinned message? We want the drawing room, the utility closet, the boiler room, the security, the lab, the freezer, and all of the classrooms. But right now we're also looking for whichever one of them's get us through this corridor. No, we're redrawing. We're redrawing. We've got plenty of gems. We're redrawing. Ideally what we want is security. Or the boiler room. Security or the boiler room are the two I'm after here. Then again, there's the Great Hall. That would get us through and into the antechamber, which isn't super necessary. No, come on, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We got 10 more redraws we can use. Again. Bam. Boiler room. Fuck, but then we'd be locked out. Ah! Ah! Let's put the corridor here. Yeah, we maybe could have just, like, put the corridor for... We've actually already opened the door. We've already opened this door here. That opens out here. That one's already open. It would just be opening this one. Which would mean that in these 2 spaces here, we'd have to get that corridor. That gives us the south door. It's too risky. It's too risky. I'm gonna have to keep redrawing. That sucks. That sucks! Ah! I thought the boiler room would get us through. Ugh. This game sucks 0 out of 10. Do we just put the gym here so we can keep going? Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're just gonna... This sucks, but we're gonna have to. God damn it. Let's see what we can do at these rooms up here. Maybe shouldn't have used the key up here. Maybe shouldn't have used the key up here. Lab is one of the ones we want on the 8th floor. So will we just put the dark room here to get into the corner? This is a nightmare. We just put the dark room here to get into the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. This sucks. This sucks. The lights are gonna go out, yep. And then we're gonna click here. It's locked. We'll use the lockpick kit. It didn't work. I'm not wasting a key here. I'm not doing it. Right, please. Please. One of the rooms we need. Please. We could just put Classroom 8 here. Will we just do it? Will we go Classroom 8? Classroom, right, okay, hang on, I'll write it in my notes. We've done 1, we've done 7, we've done 8. What was Classroom 8 again? Oh yeah, the language! Learn Eurasian. Ashlar, Olgo, Nevdal. Right, let's look for a blue note. Let's look for a blue note. Is it on the chalk thing again? No, it's not. We've got screenshots of all of this. We've got screenshots of this. We've been learning a language. This game has its own language. Oh, there it's there, right in the floor. Oh! Oh! Yes, yes, right, hang on. We're learning the language. We're absolutely learning the language. This is excellent. We're gonna need that. We're absolutely gonna need that. Let me get a little screenshot of that. Let's go back to the board. Let's get that pasted. This is good. As far as I'm concerned, that is excellent. We are going to need all the words we can get. How absolutely insane they must be going at all times. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I've watched an interview now. I've watched 2 separate interviews with the main man behind this game. He's a bit of a weirdo, as all great game devs are. And he seems like an absolute genius. Which, honestly, you'd have to be able to make this game. Okay, okay, we've got some words. Loon, Essa, Joro. Water, love, father. Perfect, okay. So ideally we'd like to loop back round here. We want to go up and round and come back down if we can help it. What's the point of having the lockpick kit if it never works? If Essa means love, was Tressa making spoilers out of the 60% love for a shit Vanillis? I think he's onto something. Right, we've got 12 redraws because of the number of classrooms we've placed, so let's just keep redrawing until we get something that turns us round to the right. That's brilliant, Vanillis. Right, boudoir will do. Boudoir's perfect. Gets us round. Gives us dice for rerolls. That's exactly what we want. Yeah, I was very selective about what I watched, Digin. Like, very, very, like, I've not wanted to. I've watched 2 reviews of this game from, like, the people I watch most, purely because they said, like, they weren't going to talk about, like, spoilers at all. And mostly they didn't. Most of them hadn't even got as far as we had. But yeah, the interview they did with the developer was more about, like, a development level. There was no, like, actual, like, in-game stuff. There was no talk about the world or the lore. It was just, like, about the code and the development process and stuff. Right. Oh, see, there is a 9th classroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So is this the room that'll have the exam? Is this the exam room? So we're going to put the observatory here? Don't. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm not going to. Don't you worry. You know other puzzle games that drives me up the... Yeah, we want it on the 8th rank. So let's put the break room here. So we don't need to go back down and back up the foundation to get to the other break room. Super liminal. I enjoyed that. I've got that on the list. Games like that are so cool. Really unique, really different. Superliminal's the one where you, like, pick up the little ball and then you lift it up to the sky and you let go and it becomes the moon and stuff like that. Or vice versa. Right. 8 times 8 is 64? Yep. 64. Minus 20 is 44. Divided by 11 is 4. Right, hang on. The square in the middle meant square it. The diamond means that you flip the numbers. But it's purple, so we only do it after the purple ones. So, this is 20 times 2, which is 40, plus 15, which is 55. 55 times 10 is 550. 550 divided by 10 is 55. Then 55 rounded to the nearest 2 digits is still just 55. The number switched is still just 55. Divided by 0.5, which would be 55 divided by a half is 110. Rounded to the nearest 2 digits would be 99? And then the numbers flipped would still be 99. Huh. I get 99. Right. The last 2 digits. What are we doing wrong? Right, this is 20 times 2, which is 40, plus 15, which is 55. Done. Next loop is this one here. 55 times 10, which is 550. Then we take this one, 550 divided by 10, which is 55. And then we come into the centre, because it's purple. We've made 55 here. We come to the centre. Rounded to the nearest two digits, 55 is still 55. Unless that means like the nearest 10. So it would be 50. So then the numbers flipped would be 5. So 0, 1, so 1. What do you mean? We take the last two. No, the rounding thing means rounding. These wavy lines mean rounding to the nearest line, not taking the, I think. So 55 rounded to the nearest two digits is still 55. Unless it means 50. It means the nearest 10. So it would be 50. So then the numbers flipped would be 5. So then 5 divided by a half would be 10. Rounded to the nearest 2 would still be 10. Then flipped would be 1. Phinelis, you're a genius. Phinelis got this before I did. Well done. Right, this is the room. We need this to be something that we don't have on floor 8. We need this to be the drawing room, the utility closet, the boiler room, security, the lab, or the freezer. And it's none of those. So let's redraw. We got the same answer for 2 different reasons, yeah? Nope. None of these. Next. Nope. None of these. Next. Nope. No, wait. Hold on. Utility closet. No, it's the utility closet we need, not the bedroom closet. Okay. Okay. Next. There's the planetarium. That's where we want to take the telescope one day. We've got 7 chances at this. Here we go. Bedroom, closet, pool, clock tower. No, it's none of them. Shit, it's none of them. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Right. We could put the freezer here. But we don't actually have... No, we've not done the freezer. But the problem is we don't actually have the torch. And the blue note might be in that back room. Remember, the freezer has a back room. Lost and Found is you get 2 rare items, but every single time you enter the Lost and Found, something randomly from your inventory disappears. What do we need to make the torch? What are the items that let us make our, you know how we've got a torch we can build? Isn't there, how do we combine to make the torch? Was it the broken lever in something? What's a rare item? Like, you know, like the ones that we get less often, the telescope or the wrench. You know, those, the ones that... Maybe the little pouch that gets you more money. The magnifying glass, yeah. Gets us the repellent. Yeah, there's that repellent spray, of course. Or the crown, yeah, true. Or the scepter, shit. Can you imagine? I'm gonna re-roll. The only one of these we could do is the freezer. But we don't have any way to get behind the frozen stuff to get what likely the blue note is. Nah, go for freezer. Are you sure? Just end the run here on the freezer. Okay? Edgin calls it. If Vanillus. Vanillus. Study is limited to 8 uses. Is it? Up to 8 times. Oh, that's what these books are. Oh, look. You can't see it, but look. You see these books here? Every time these books disappear, that's a reroll. So we've got 4 rerolls left. Books. Behind me. You can't see it, but look. There's a quotes page on the Discord. Feel free to post that. Jen, I do not feel good about this, but we're doing it. I trust you. I trust you. Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll try it. Let's hope we can get the blue note in the freezer. Unless we want to risk for the class. Yeah, I do. I'm doing it. I do it. I'm going to move my camera so you can see the books. Hang on. Look. I think these books are a part of it. So if I re-roll... Can you... Yeah, there's one of the books gone. Shit, drawing room's there. Drawing room's one of the rooms we need. Drawing room is actually one of the blue rooms. Go for classroom. You really want to gamble 3 more rerolls for that last classroom? Do you really want to do that? We could take the drawing room. We'd be safe. We could even carry on down the room to try and get the bedroom. We need the classroom. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's re-roll for the classroom. I trust. I trust. I trust. Okay, there's security. We could do security. We've got 2 re-rolls left. We could do security. We do have better odds of getting the classroom now than getting up to 9 again later. Yep, okay, right. We got 2 re-rolls. We're going to do it. We're doing it. We want the chat wants the bedroom. We're going for the bedroom. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. No, they want the classroom. I want my bed. No! No! Right. Last re-roll. Last one. Here we go. This is it. Whatever we get next is what we are stuck with. Please just be one of the rooms we want. Please. Please. Yes! That's 2 of them! Right, it's either the utility closet or the lab. These are ones that we don't have. Does anyone have any preference? Utility or lab? Edgin says utility, that's the first thing I hear. Let's do it. Vanilla says utility. I'm just going to double check my list again. Yeah, we definitely haven't done this. We definitely haven't done this. Okay. Okay, let's do it. So it's going to be back there, right? It's going to be behind, it's going to be in that other... It's going to be in the area back there. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we're going to need to... We're going to need to do the bit. Which is fine, because I remember how to do it. It was, It was about making them all blue to make them all purple, right? There was something to do with making them blue, make them grey to turn them purple, to turn them blue. And then once they were blue, you turned them purple. No? Yes, it was blue next to red makes purple. And then it was the purples make white? You have to do something with the purples to make white? Yes. Wait, so why hasn't that one... Right. Shit. It was... You make a red... And then you click on a blue next to it. And it makes it pink. So we do red, blue next to it, pink. Red, blue next to it, pink. Red, blue next to it, pink. And the point was making them all pink so that you can make them all white. And I can't remember the rules. Oh no. No. So we need to go, someone go watch one of our old videos or Google this. Fuck. Oh, how did we do this? I think I missed the time we did this puzzle. No. It's in the mailroom. The puzzle, the solution to this is in the mailroom. And it says, first make them all pink. Because once you've made pink, you can start making white. Shit. I'm not above Googling this. I bloody might. Oh no, that's so annoying. Pink. I checked. People say to start from the center one. Okay. Okay. In what, like, way? What do you mean? There's only like a center 2 as well. There's 6 of them, so like this is the center. Yeah, I don't understand. I do not understand. Oh, no, no. We cannot be. We cannot be. You can only have one white, and you're supposed to get all 6 to purple to make the one white. Yeah, that is what we... It's combination, not get it all to one color. Oh, shit. What was the combination then? Oh, that's so annoying. We're gonna have to go. I'm not leaving here. We are gonna watch an old video, or Vanillas. No, Crispy Lemon. Crispy... Oh, I thought that was Vanillas typing that. Sorry, it's Crispy. It's Lemon. Hang on. People say to start from the center one. You can only have one white, and you're supposed to get all 6 to purple to make the one white. It's combination, not get it all the one color. The combination is off blue, green, white, red, purple. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. Okay. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. Off blue, green, white. Oh, but we can't change that one to red without... Huh. The only way to make the last one purple is to make them all purple. But we can't change this one to red. Without changing the one next to it. Yeah, wait, that's impossible. If Crispiest Lemon is right, and the answer is off blue, green, white, red, purple, there's no way to make this one red and keep the one on the right purple. Look, trying to make... So once they're all purple, you can tick one and make it white, which is what we've done here. But if it's off blue, green, white, red, purple, that's not doable, because as I try to change this one to red, look, boom, blue, boom, the blue changes that one to blue. We can make it red, but then this one can't be purple because that's not how that works. You can only make that one purple once all the others are purple. I have step-by-step instructions if you want them. Please, but we're close, like, we're close. You don't need to start with, like, make them all blue. Or, you know, imagine we've got them all purple and then start from there. Go to the stage that says make them all purple and then start there. Get them all back to purple. You got it, boss. Done. Teach me, please. Help us, Crispy Lemon. Help us. Click on button 4. Done. That's where we started. Button 4. Bam. The blue note in here is going to say, haha, you wasted your time. Idiot. Click on button 5. Toggling of breaker switches may result in unexpected loss of floor plan functionality. Help us, Crispy Lemon. You're our only hope. Click on button 6 until it's red. The blue note is just whatever the scepter is, yeah. DD, I'm sorry to hear about the job stuff, but also it means you get to stay here with us, so yay! Click on button 5 to make button 6 purple. Stay here in the children's area forever. No one needs a real job. Click on button 5 until it turns red. Oh shit, he's done it. I can do the rest of them. Is it off green blue, you said? Off green blue, is that it? Off blue green. Okay. So I just need to change this one to green. Yes! Right, give me this bloody blue note. DC's powers designs for the VAC controls were partly inspired by the gift they received from their client, an original Morajai box. That was not necessarily worth it. But we've got a bit of history about the power that supplies this house. I'm going to go post that onto our board real quick. Give me a second. I'm not like making this board look nice. I'm just like quickly pasting this stuff on here. We'll make it look nice in a minute. We'll make it look nice later. Just let me get this stuff on here. Shout out to Polygon.com for providing the instructions I stole. Thank you, Polygon.com. And then, yes, this was the big lever we pulled to get us into the gem room. When we pulled this lever, it opened the like cave outside with the gems. Okay. We are done. We are done here. We've done one full run. We're going to end in the break room to keep our card. We are back. We are back. Oh, wait. Let me write this down. Hang on. We got Classroom 7 and 8, and we got Utility. Utility Closet. Okay, now... Okay, we're done. YouTube, thank you for watching. This has been day 95. We have come back, we've explored, we've tried to figure it out, and we are back. I'm excited to be back. Who knows what we're going to do? Maybe day 96 we reclaim the throne. Who knows? Thank you for watching, YouTube. If you're still here at the end of this, click all the buttons. Subscribe, all that. We're trying to build a little YouTube channel. Until then, thank you for watching, and we will see you in day 96.